Hi guys, I can't say welcome to New Orleans this time because we're not there. My first interview not in New Orleans. Awesome.
Welcome to Fort Worth.
Yes.
Thank
Texas.
you so much. How was your show last week in Austin?
It's good. Went real good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time, excited. It went fast, though. I got to admit, just the excitement of the evening, it seemed like the set went like 15 minutes.
Do you expect this show to be louder, better, heavier?
Oh, much. 10 times, yes.
That's awesome.
It's always cool to play in your hometown, and I'm having a feeling that a lot of our old friends and fans are going to be coming out of the woodwork tonight, so we're looking forward to an awesome night.
This is on a much larger scale here.
That's a
4
big
decades of friends showing up here. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't expect a big crowd.
That's a lot of people, and you got
Everyone wanting a free shirt.
And all the
free
guest
shirts.
list and everything.
Awesome. You got a surprise special guest coming too.
Yes,
I
we
think
do.
everybody's excited about that.
Who is he? I'm wondering.
I wonder who that is, Alan. I don't know. Is it a friend of yours? I think he's a friend of mine. Mr. Anselmo? I think it is.
Is he here yet, or is he?
We hear
Missing two.
he's in town. He's
I
en
see.
route.
Yes, they're on their way.
Delayed slightly.
I see.
He missed his flight. Let's just be honest. Philip Anselmo missed his flight. Isn't that typical of him? You know what I mean? So he's a couple hours late, but
Wow.
they'll be here any minute.
I hope so. Well, your debut album, Crush the Enemy, came out April 27th. How has it been received so far by fans and the songs you've been releasing on the internet and reviews?
Extremely well.
I'm really blown away by the response. I mean, I knew we had something that was good and that I was proud of, and I think we came up with something that's, 10 songs that, there's no weak spots in the whole album, but you never know what people are going to think about it, and I've been blown away by the reception. So it's definitely exceeded my expectations as far as what would happen.
Yeah, people have definitely taken to the album a lot quicker than was expected, and everybody here is going to have a great fucking time, and it's just not going to stop.
I'm just surprised that we haven't had one bad review on it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wait for that.
The Dallas Observer even liked it, man. They've trashed everything I've ever done, so
Yeah.
And well, they're known for kind of being down on heavy metal bands, and they have their certain type sound that they like. So for them to give props to a local heavy metal band, I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Satellite radio's really taken a liking to it too. I've got in my vehicle quite a few times this week, turn it on, there's Warbeast. How cool is that?
Wow. And metal usually doesn't get played on the radio, so that's a pretty big honor.
Yeah.
It's like we 5 have been in our practice space for a couple years, crafting these songs and putting them together. But no one's really heard them except for ourselves and our close fans, and now people everywhere are hearing them, and it's great to. It's like if you're a painter and you want to put your painting in a gallery and unveil it for the public, and you hope that everybody comes, and everyone's coming and they like it. So everybody's coming.
And when you have people calling you
All over the place.
I have friends calling me from other states, as far away as Virginia, telling me how kick-ass the album is. So I know we're doing something.
And when you're big in Virginia,
I had a friend say he bought it in Eaterville, Indiana. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know, never heard of it, but it's cool that, your stuff's being bought in small towns across the nation, so it's pretty cool.
I'm excited because tonight I'm going to finally get to see, people have had a chance to listen to the CD for a week or two, so we're actually going to start, being more familiar with our songs. So I'm anxious to see if there's people out there knowing some of the words and everything.
Well, you said that you've been crafting these songs for quite a while now. How long did the album take in total to make?
to write it or to just to record it?
To do everything.
Everything?
Up to date.
We've been writing it for about 2 years before we recorded it. When we initially started, we were playing songs by some of our previous bands, and we started working our own new ones in, and so writing the songs, we took our time and, made sure every song was quality. The actual recording of it took, a couple months. And then, just wait for them to put it all together. And now it's out. So it was about a year ago when we started recording it. So a year later, we gave birth.
Yeah, it's been kind of a drawn-out process, but that's just the way it went.
It's totally worth it though.
Yeah.
We
It's
took
totally
our
worth it.
time with the mixing process, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what also helped with everybody picking it up. It's just sonically, it just sounds great. It's just a phenomenal record. And, yeah. It's good stuff.
Bruce's last record came out in 1989.
88.
88. Scott and I put out our CD back in 1989. So it's been a while. So we were in no big rush. I mean, why rush it out? I mean, let's take our time and get it right.
Because we learned from those bands. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but Rigor Mortis found this out later when we reissued that our first album never even got mastered. It was released like that. So that's pretty crazy, you know what I mean? So we wanted to, we didn't want to have any regrets at all with this one.
Do you think you'll take longer than average times on your next album?
I think it'll go faster this time with the mixing and everything. I mean, we'll spend the same amount of time recording it until it's right, but the mixing process will go faster.
Well, let's talk about touring. You have a few dates set up in Texas, and you have had shows in Texas before. When are you going to do a whole tour?
Well, whenever we get a booking agency that believes in us. What we did was in the beginning we looked around and they didn't hear our music yet. So naturally you're not going to just get picked up by some of the bigger booking agencies. So we just decided to do some of our own shows and put out the album, give it a couple months and see if the momentum carries forward to where a real booking agency will pick us up,
People think that it's just as simple as, some big band saying, yeah, I like them, let's take them on tour. It doesn't really work that way. It's really a business. Any band that brings you on tour is expecting you to sell a certain amount of tickets also. And so we basically are going to have to prove ourselves regionally, playing our own little mini tours and playing and getting, and I think once the buzz of this CD continues and starts spreading, then I think we won't have any problem latching on to some a proper tour.
That sounds awesome. How much time can y'all devote to Warbeast with all of your other commitments going on?
Actually, the Rigor Mortis thing we haven't done anything in a year now since we played in Germany. So, and there's no plans in sight. So I'm putting my life into this band right now. So that's all me, man. What about you, Rick?
Well, I mean, I'm not doing this to get rich. I have my own day job that pays the bills, but it doesn't matter. Even if I'm at work, my mind is on metal 24 hours a day. So, whether or not I'm at work or taking care of whatever, I'm thinking about songs, I'm thinking about riffs, and so my commitment to metal is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I have to do it. I don't want to. It's just a force of habit.
We got day jobs, but that pays the bills.
We hate working.
Yeah, but metal is what keeps us going.
We remind ourselves every week how much work sucks.
Yeah, because as awesome as tonight's going to be, as Monday, I mean, we still all got to go
Back to reality.
back to reality.